G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart. I'm Chrissy. Thanks for joining me, and well, what can I say? I hope that you can all hear me, see me and all of that, but I'm pretty sure that you're going to tell me that you can't. Okay, what can I say? Oh, g'day Wendy, how you going? And howdy back to you. Okay, so what I've got here, oops, sorry, I'm just getting my reference photo ready. So I've got everything all rolling. Just give me a tick. You're gonna do something for me here? Hang on. Okay. All right. So what I've got here, for those who may not have been following, I've got a great big painting which I can't wait to finish. This is part of my element collection, and this is one of my Joker cards, and I've decided to paint some animals, which is something that I don't usually do. And what I've done here, I've divided it all in parts, and I've uploaded videos and just progress of how it's all going, because it's too bloody big to put it all on one video. Music's a bit loud, hang on. So started off with my deer, then on with my dolphin, which is my water, sorry, the deer is earth. And I've just finished my eagle, which I can't even believe that I managed to even get anywhere near close to it looking like an eagle. So, but you know, oh, hang on a sec. Hi Nanette. Hi Nanette. Hang on, you're going to distract me. I'm on a roll here. Just let me finish what I'm trying to say here, and then I'll get to you. Okay, sorry, and no more ums. All right, so my art supplies, which I've got all around me. I've got pan pastels. Ooh. I'm just going to zoom out a bit because that's looking too close for the moment, if that's all right. Oh, zoom out. Okay, I've got pastel pencils, pan pastels. Hang on, let me get them all out. I've got soft pastels if I think I need them. They're always standby. I've got pastel pencils. Oh look, I was looking for that. And I've found some new tools which I'm going to talk about. Interesting. And my vacuum cleaner, so I can suck up all the powder. And I've charged it, so it's all ready to go. What else have I got ready? Oh, sharpeners, erasers, Kneadable erasers, and oh, paper towel, a bit of paper so I can mix my pan pastels or whatever I need, some glassine paper. So, and of course I'm all ready to go. Now I know, before we start, I know that you girls are going to, you're going to go nuts by the end of this. I feel it in my water, I've got to say. But you know what? Go easy, okay? Go easy. So what I'll do is, let me see. Well, just let me have a look at what you're saying, and I need my glasses, so hang on. Oh, look, that's better. Okay, let's have a look. Nanette says hello. Wendy says, oh, hope you've got your wine ready tonight. Love the eagle. You really attacked those feathers. Oh, you have no idea. And of course, they're all 95% finished, because then once everything is all down there, then I'll start to just, you know, go into the fine details. But yeah, I'm happy with the way it is so far, so I'm quite fortunate. It's called Fluke. Okay, I'm saving it in a case. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm saving in case she makes a mistake. Red wine picture, thank you. All right. The sponge brush thing you used on the eagle was awesome. I gotta get me some of those, says Wendy. That's what I'm going to talk to you about. Awesome, awesome. I can't believe where I'm getting my art supplies from. And again, she needs grape juice, not coffee. Well, let me tell you, I don't know where it is. I've got, oh yeah, now. I've got this, oh, I've got this. It's a cup of something, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. It could be wine, it could be water, it could be coffee, anything goes. So cheers to you for the start. Okay, so that's that. Go easy, too late. Okay. All right, so Nanette, oh no, sorry, Wendy. Check this out. Do you know what it is? And I'll give you a hint. It says Perfecting Blender Applicator. It's another bloody makeup brush. That's what it is. Of course I was having a look again at the supermarket, and I looked at this this tool, and I looked at it and I go, you know what? I bet you that sponge is as dense as the soft pastel, the soft tools, the soft sponges. So when I got home, lo and behold, not as dense, but pretty dense, nearly there. I'd say about 90%. And I thought, you beauty, I'm using you. So that's what I did. If you can't find them where you are, and if you really want them, I'll send you a batch. I'm happy to do it, because I'm just happy to share this this knowledge. So of course then I go ahead and I buy heaps of them. Can you believe it? Yeah, and of course then I have a look at all of these other little tiny tools that I missed out. So oh, what a laugh. So, and of course, because they're even tinier. Show and tell this is what it is. It's show and tell. Okay, so foundation brush, something like that. Yeah. Okay, well, I better get stuck into this, because let's get this over and done with. Okay, so what I did was I started with the eyes, and what I'll do is I'll zoom out a little bit just so you can see. Zoom out just so you can see. Oh, you can't really see, but out of all of the animals, he's the only one that's full on, not portrait size. It just worked well for, because I tried just his face, you know, or his face and mane, but it just worked well with the composition, so that's why I've got it like that. And I will be using this hopefully to put down quite a bit of the his body, like, and I'm thinking, wow, let's just, and of course, you know, I only did that with the eagle, so let's see how we go with the lion. And you know what, if all else fails, I'm going to use my Kneadable eraser, and I'm just going to, you know, pick a lot of this stuff up. So, okay. Oh dear. All right. It's fur time. It's fur. Nanette says it's fur time. First of all, I have. Wendy says I have searched for those. Surely Amazon has some. Amazon has everything. Yeah. Maybe I should put. I'll put the brand of this makeup brush in the notes later on, and maybe you could look that up. And failing that, if you can't find them, just let me know and I'll ship them over to you. Nanette says it's fur time. Yes. Oh. That was my only favourite subject in school. Show and tell. Okay. What did you show and what did you tell? Is what I want to know. Okay. So I'll get going. For those who might want to see me paint, but draw. And what I've got is I've got this on a slant. This is before you ask me, Nanette. I've got this on a slant again, and I've got things underneath to try to even it out and make it view friendly and friendly enough for me to paint. So what I've got here is I've just started again with the eye. I was down here about an hour, half an hour before, because I'd set up all the night before, and I thought, oh, you know what, I just can't look at it again. I just got to at least get in the eyes, so I can concentrate on that at least, because I reckon I'm going to lose my concentration halfway through and I'll be mucking about. I was thinking earlier that live streams are one-sided video chat with your friends worldwide. I was thinking earlier that live streams are a one-sided video chat with your friends worldwide. Welcome, Ramel. Glad to see you here. So here we go is all I can say. Now, what I would show and tell now, snicker. What am I going to snicker about? You're going to say something naughty? Things that I can't repeat on the chat? That's probably what would happen. Okay, so here we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try this little brush, because I'm going to work around this fellow's eye, and I'm going to use yellow ochre tint. I'm going to sort of be all over the place at the moment, so bear with me, and I'll here we go. I just want you to see this. Record. Okay, gotcha. All right. So let's have a go. Okay, that's pretty good. This one doesn't have a point. It's more like a filbert. It's more like a filbert. And I think this one's got the point. This is probably the one that maybe I should go with. Yeah. Okay, so what have I been doing this week? Well, I've had all sorts of IT issues. Windows 10, I don't know, if you guys have got Windows 10, I'd like to know if you guys have had trouble, because every time I have an update, it does something to my computer. So I've been struggling with that. That's why sometimes my videos are a bit later than usual, like a day or two. It's because I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened with my updates. I'm too scared to update my computer, because the Windows 10 gives it all sorts of, my programs, all sorts of horrible messages. So I don't know if you people have had that. But what else have I had? What else have I been doing? What else have I been doing? I've been pretty much trying to finish that eagle, and even every night, even if it's for half an hour, an hour, and I just kept at it because I really want to finish this, because I really want to do my Jack of Spades. Here's going to be interesting, you know, because I'm still on the fire suit, so I really want to get into that. So what else did I do? You know, worked. Well, I work full time, and my son was having his what we called here Year 10 formal. He was having and of course he got all dressed up, spiffied up, and they look so grown up. You know, they look so grown up when they get all dressed up. So that happened. But other than that, pretty much nothing really. Just a lot of art and learning all the time from, you know, joining in live streams. You know, I know that some of you you'd be aware of Unmask Art Will. Of course, when he live streams, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock. Sometimes I put my alarm clock. I go to sleep and then I put my alarm clock on so I can wake up and join in. I tell you what, sometimes I fall asleep. I try not to, so if you don't hear me carrying on in the live stream, you'll know why. It's because I've fallen asleep. Anyway, so let's have a look. What have we got here? Let me have a look. And it says, oh, sorry, I have a... Well, tell you what kind of brushes she's using. That's an eyeshadow brush. Yep, for sure. Poor Ramel. Ramel says, as a guy getting makeup brushes, I will get looks. Absolutely, you'll get looks. There's no other way. All I can do is just put them in the notes, and if you have trouble trying to get a hold of them, message me privately, and I'll see what I can do for you. But you know, I know it's tough. I had to do it for one of our other friends, Steve, because I don't think he would have realised what he needed to do, or what he was looking for. So, yeah. Okay. You found them. Wendy, you found them on Amazon, truly? They only are a couple of bucks each. Well, you know what? Get a heap load of them. I was just about to swear there. Sorry. Got to be careful. Fantastic. Maybe you can send me the link so we can send the link to the others as well if they're looking for them. I hate, Ramel says, I hate Windows 10. Also, to stop Cortana is a problem. Your document folders will also be blocked. Wendy says, you're crazy dedicated to get up and watch like that. At the same time of the year, you could always say the brushes are a gift. Yes, I could. Will, hello, g'day mate, how you going? So happy that you've dropped by. Oh, this truly is an honour, I've got to say. Truly is an honour. What time is it? I think it's like pretty late for you, but I hope that you can be pleased of what I've been doing so far, because you're my teacher and I'm the student, so for sure you'll be telling me what I should and shouldn't do. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for coming by. Oh, and two, Will, you're not going to believe this. We've been talking about brushes, right? You've got to get a load. You've got to get a load of these. See these? They're makeup brushes. And when you apply pastels, you can apply these Like you get your pan pastel and you use it like it was paint, and you just apply like that. It is awesome. I use less and less soft tools. I use the soft tools to cover quite a bit, and of course they're fantastic, but I've also got this. So this is also a makeup brush. Now you may be scrunching up your face, but I can tell you what, it's excellent. But if you stick around long enough, you may not. I know it's late for you, but I'll use it. But anyway, okay, let me get back into this now. So what I've got here, and this one's more filbert, and let me just have a look at my reference. So and just, of course, just gently applying the pastel, and of course because it's so light, and I'm just picking up bit by bit, and I can put heaps and heaps of layers. So what I'll do is I'll start with this eye area here. And what else have I been doing? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And doing a whole heap of art and figuring out and planning out my next pieces when they all when I finish this. So okay, and of course I'm going to be using my little palette here, so I can be mixing my pan pastels. So I can see that I need some ochre. Sorry, what I might do is just go dark. Of course this is my raw umber, extra dark, and I'll put some on my, and I just hope that you can see. Yeah, you can. Interesting. You just order them on Amazon. Wendy also says you just have to answer to the post lady. Okay. Or show him the new one. Oh, I did. This one. You mean this one? Oh, and hang on. There's more. There's more. There's more. No. I think I've gone nuts. I've gone absolutely nuts with all of this. So apart from art supplies, I'm buying makeup brushes for art. And sometimes if I go to one supermarket and they've run out, I go to the same supermarket in another suburb, and I look for those as well. So there you go. Yeah. So yeah. So look, that's what I'm doing here. I've mixed this. I've mixed these two pans and just applying, and it just applies like a paintbrush. But what it is, and I might even zoom in so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Just bear with me for a moment. Am I zooming in? Oops, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there you go. See, it applies very, very easily, and it's almost like, but it's slow. This is slower than applying a great big soft tool from Pan Pastel. It's almost like a coloured pencil. It's time consuming, but it allows me to put so much detail and concentrated detail. And of course I know that you could use your pencils and, you know, like your pastels, the corner here. Yeah. I know that you could use all of that stuff, like the corners of those hard pastels, for details, but this is also something else. Yeah. Does the Wendy says, does the Pastelmat wear down your brushes quicker or just normal wear? They don't wear down. I have used the same brushes for my previous painting and this painting, and even the bristles, sorry, the little bristles, they even haven't come away from the brush. So I've been very fortunate. They're quite strong. So I think, I mean, all you've got to do is try them yourself, and they're washable. So I think this company should pay me for saying all of this stuff. Well, I just want to share how cool this is. Let's see. Yes, you're certified. Sorry. Yes, you're certifiable now, says Nanette. Ramel says, oh, sorry. Oops, not me. Seems like you have a lot of control with those brushes, says Wendy. Yeah. Yes, Nanette, that is Will. That's the guy. We are so lucky that that we've met Will. I have learnt so much from you, and I've learnt so much from everyone else. It's just amazing how I've progressed from all the tips and the tricks, and just viewing your work and asking questions and all of that. So here you'll see that, and of course this is going to be a long process, but I can put a lot of layers on here, which I'm very, very lucky for. So here they are. What I'll do is, here they are here. I'll just, oh, it's rolling. Nah, it's not going to work. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm just doing is I'm just going to work around this section, because I know that I would get overwhelmed, and I know that I'm going to make heaps of mistakes. But hey, hang on, look, I've got these. They help. They help. So, so what I'll do, yeah, there we go. I just want to make sure that you can see it clearly. Oh, sorry. There we go. That's better. Artista says plus side is makeup brushes are typically cheaper than art brushes, and less problems with the bristles falling out. Interestingly enough, yes. So you'll be pleasantly surprised. And of course, I'm using here raw umber. This is the raw umber, and I've got lots of other ones here. Burnt sienna extra dark. Got a whole heap of them all next to me. Red iron oxide, which I used on the eagle. Yeah. So what I'm doing here is just applying the darks, and that's all I'm going to concentrate on today around the area. So, and I want to make sure that I don't lose my my map or my drawing. Yeah. So what else? So what have you guys been up to? All I've been doing is gas bagging to you guys. What have you guys been up to? I know what you've been up to, Will, because I follow you. I follow you. Okay. Would love the link later on for the brushes. Says Ramel, yes. Again, Ramel says, get ready for 14 days of Christmas feasting in Poland. Oh, if I remember correctly. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, they would. We do that in Australia too. Your gum eraser reminds me of some hard cheese. I know. Look at the state of it. It's absolute. Look at that. Look at that. That's dreadful. It's dread. And of course, you know, I've cut bits up so I can use it for all the delicate bits. I was like, why is she rubbing cheese on? Why is she rubbing cheese on her art? Okay, so let me just get into this as well, because I know you're going to distract me. You're good at that. Okay. So see the colours? See how you could just apply it like that? This is a beauty, this one. Like a little filbert. I couldn't even tell you what size that would be. You can buy that in a pack. Yeah. So, and of course I've picked up too much pastel. I always do that, and you don't need to. And I'm just going to follow my reference. That's all I'm going to do, just for my darks again. So for you guys, I'm pretty sure it's winter for sure, confirmed. And here it's summer. I've got my aircon on in my room. Some water to drink. What else? Yeah, so, and of course the Pastelmat board and Pastelmat paper, it takes this kind of treatment really well. And the way that the brush is picking up the pigment, it's settling very nicely into the tooth, and you can just keep on going. And of course you can put pastels on top of that. You could even and pastel pencil with all of this technique, and then back again with the brush. I could then, if I've put a few streaks of a pastel pencil, I can smooth it over with this. It blends, so it's a blend and applicator, like a makeup brush. Like a makeup brush. Hot summer, yes, hot summer. So, yeah. Hope this music's not too loud, by the way. If it is, let me know. I'll turn it down. I'm always used to it blaring, or listening to podcasts or live streams while I'm working. Now this is not going to look like anything to begin with. Okay, and this lion, all my images are royalty free, and I've purchased them, so I can use them. Although I think with lions and animals, it's easy just to go onto the internet and there are so many other free sites as well, like Pixabay, and I've got a subscription for in graphic stock, and there's so much there. Oh, I don't like that. That's too saturated. And just put a bit of umber. There we go. Now it's not going to look like anything. I'm warning you all. On past experience. Ramel says, Ramel, are you down under too? Yep, I'm in New South Wales, Newcastle, which is probably about 2 hours north of Sydney. And we have a lot of beaches, and where I live close to the vineyards, Hunter Valley. There's a lot of wine drinking going on over there, so yes. And Ramel, oh sorry, Nanette says to Ramel, are you down under too? Sorry about that. Of course, Nanette, you know that I'm from Australia. Ramel says, if I was married, I would be rating my wife's makeup kit. Just go online. Wendy will give you the link. Tons will pop up. There you go. She says tons will pop up. And wrong one. Actually, I think I need a pastel pencil for this. And I've got various pastel pencils that I'm using today. Derwent, which are not my favourite, but the only reason why I use them is because of the colours, the colour choice that they've got. Yeah, unfortunately. Sort of goes in like that. And see, with that pastel pencil there, I can then blend that there, see? And just, I mean, I'm going extremely feather light, but you could do that. So how about that? Ramel says, I'm in the West Indies on a small island called Trinidad. Oh, wow. That would be hot there all the time, wouldn't it? Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So again, this is raw umber that I'm using, and you could see the blue through still. I'm not sure if you can. Oh yeah, you may be able to. So you can imagine how lightly these layers go on. It's pretty cool for when you're detailing, I think, when you're applying details. Wendy says, I can get a 6 set of the Ecotools like yours for $10. My shopping will be growing again. $2. Like, you're getting it for... That is just, you know, that is so typical of Australia. We pay like 10 tons more than what you guys pay. Well, there you go. Stock up on those, because I have. Here we go. Now, that's there. This is... There's a dark bit right there. Yeah, there we go. Just there. So have you guys been painting or drawing? Anything? What about you, Nanette? Any cats? Been drawing cats? Or animals, or... So what I'll do is I'll put the dark bits here, and then I can go in with the lighter bits, highlighting. So yeah, so, oh, and I've, what else can I tell you about my little project here that I've been thinking of? Oh, I'm also going to be doing for the card collection, I'm going to do, and I think I mentioned it. I was about to say stop me talking if I've mentioned it, but you can't yell out to me. I'm actually going to do a separate little website just for the element cards, and so it's just this, and of course there'll be products with it. So this is what I was thinking in my idea. Yeah, that's all a bit too saturated there, I think. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Nanette says we should send brushes to her. We could up the price and make a profit. Tisk tisk. Yes, says Wendy, and they would probably still be cheaper, even with our markup. Sorry. Nanette says I was drawing a cat at. Oh, I am drawing a cat at the moment. It'd be great if I could read. Hey, and I got my glasses on. I'm drawing a cat at the moment. Oh, the cat died, and all I have is some really bad photos. Oh, what a shame. It's always sad, isn't it? Because it's just a companion and, you know, follows you around. Oh, it isn't my cat, it's a friend's. Okay. Oh, so you're doing a portrait or for your friend? Ramel says, I'm doing a set of my childhood photos. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Make sure you've got good reference photos, because then it's not going to turn out right. You'll be struggling, and I've struggled with bad reference photos. I only say that because I've had experience with that. So here, there's lots of bumps and lumps on this fellow. Oh my goodness. I reckon this will take me weeks. Well, it can't, because I need to finish. I need to finish this. You know when sometimes you get sick and tired of looking at something? You just want it done. And that's when impatience comes in, and I just have to keep pulling myself up for that, trying to be patient. Otherwise it's going to look quite crappy. So you can see the blue through that, can't you? Yeah. A portrait. Nanette says, what do you do for your day job? I'm a receptionist. I'm a receptionist at an electrical engineering place. Can you believe it? So much more further than being artistic. Because I've been in administration for most of my life, where I was an executive assistant in an accounting firm, and all of those skills took me from job to job, and I decided that that I didn't want as much responsibility as I used to have. You know, I wasn't concerned with, you know, climbing the corporate ladder. I've done all of that. I just wanted to, you know, do what I'm doing well and concentrate on my family and my art. And that's what that's what I'm doing now. So let's see how long. It'd be nice if I could do art for a living, but At the moment, it's just not an option. Eventually, I'm giving myself maybe half a dozen years. I'm giving myself about that long because I want to save up and make sure that I've got something like good foundation behind me, that I don't have to worry about how much things are going to cost. And yeah, so I've got all of that. Ramel says I should draw the baby iguana that just came in from the top window into the room I'm in. Yes, you should do it. Do it. But take a good photo. And I don't think it would stay there long enough for you to do it in real life. So Nanette says I'm retired systems engineer, not too art related either. Well, there you go. Wendy says I used to do that. I just couldn't be bored any longer. Accountant programmer for my sins. Wow. And the iguana is cute, very green. Oh, Ramel, I'm horrified. The iguana is cute, very green. Wow. Quick, take some photos if you can. Well, you see, all the countries have got some wild animals, and some more scarier than others. But I can tell you, in Australia, we've got it all. We've got. So I'll start from the land animals. The crocodiles. We've got the spiders, the funnel web spiders, which are venomous. The redbacks. We've got the snakes, the brown snakes, which are one of the most venomous snakes in the world. One of. We've got red belly snakes, and goodness knows. So that's land that I can think of. The crocodiles go in the water as well. Then, if that was all bad enough, then we've got the sharks. You know, you go into... I don't live very far away from our lake, and we've got bull sharks. You wouldn't be going swimming there. So there you go. Iguana. Whew. Not as scary as some of the stuff that we've got around. And I've probably missed like a whole heap more. But yeah, brown snakes. And you know what? They go for you. So if you see one, run. Nanette says weapon systems for a fighter aircraft. Really? Before you retire and become a full-time artist, you should visit me first. Yes, because then I won't have any money to travel, says Wendy. Says me, of course. Oh, huntsman spiders. Okay. Nanette, nothing on us. We've got, do we have tarantulas? We probably have up in the tropics, up in Queensland, for sure. But the funnel webs are venomous. If that one bites you, go to the hospital. Okay. I really don't want to bore you guys, so just... This will be a slow process, so... And I need my tan. I'm going to mix. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix my yellow ochre shade with my raw umber. And when you're using the brush, you can see that there's lots of dust, excess dust. That's okay. Well, that's the price you have to pay for using this method, I suppose. Yeah. Wendy says, when I lived in Japan, there was a field across from our apartment and they found a 78-foot habu snake in it. They mowed it the day after. Once punched a bull shark in a river. Ramel, it's a bit strong of you. It's very brave. Oh my goodness. Oh, and don't forget, you can use, and when you want to, you can, let me zoom out again, sorry. I'll zoom out because I just want you to see what other things I'm doing. I just want you to see that I've got my palette here, and then I'm also using my paper towel to, as you would your soft tools, to apply another colour. But I don't like what I've done there, so I'm going to pick it up with my trusty Kneadable eraser. Look how easy that comes off. Ramel says, we were in a river flowing out to the sea and it was swimming around. By the way, we tend to cook by rivers for a lime, i.e. hang out. So their blood in the water. So there's, oh, that's scary. So that's scary. That's so scary. Oh my goodness. So does that mean you got time for art when you're fighting animals? If you have to. Well then, you know what, Ramel, you could be taking a whole heap of photos, wild reference photos. That's what you could be doing. You can imagine all the shots that you'll be getting there if you're all so close. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I dropped one of my, that's okay, I've got some there. Okay. That's better. Not as saturated. All right, I'm just gonna go with the darks again. And that sort of goes there. I like this little one. This is the first time I'm using this little one. Kneadable eraser, a must-have for any artist. You know what? I have got so much of this just in case I lose one somewhere or something. It is just the best. And you know what? This is the same one that I used to Nanette. Remember that horrid hand? I picked it all up with this, and look, it's still okay. And now how many ladies was that a go? Or how many hands was that a go? That was heaps. So yes, Wendy, a must have. Wow, that's too saturated. That yellow ochre, that's really saturated. I desaturate it with raw umber. How about that? Yeah. Yes, the ugly hand. That ugly hand. You know what? You just reminded me. I went and got that some of my face cards and that painting, just matte bordered, and I've wrapped it in glassine paper, of course, and my pouches. And I had a look at that hand again, and I'm thinking to myself, Oh my gosh. How did that start out and how did that end? It's all because of that eraser. Okay. There you go. Ooh, get that away from there. And I'm resting. I've got my Glassine paper, and I'm just resting my hand. Sorry, I got distracted. Just trying to look at my reference, that's all. Oh my god, my video just got done rendering. My art looks like Venetian blinds opening. Oh my god, oh my gosh. Oh. Hang on, let me go back. Where am I? My arm looks like Venetian blinds opening and closing the entire time. Like mine. Kind of cool. But not what I was going for. Start again. Sigh. Yes, sorry. Ramel says, I'm trying for a looser style, looking at getting a book called Pastel Innovations for a Looser Style. Okay, I've never heard of that one, but I'm sure that there's so much out there. It was a miracle that you pulled... Nanette says it was a miracle that that you pulled it out, the hand. Oh, I was looking at it, and you know what? My husband called it, he goes, is that a monkey hand? It looks like a monkey hand. And I went, I know what it looks like. You know? I know what it looks like, so. But thankfully, it all came good. But there's so much practice, so much that I need to do with that. Hands, because it's, you know, just not something that I do all the time. Okay. I just figured I might as well, I'm using this raw umber to get some darks in because I just don't want to lose my lines. Nanette's asking, how many kids do you have? Wait for it. 4. I have 4. 1 daughter and 3 sons. So I've been busy. What about you? Nanette says paws are so much easier than hands. Well, I've got paws here as well, so I'm going to have a crack at those. Ramel says, how do you get loose, or do you prefer under drawings? How do you get loose, or do you prefer under drawings? How do I get loose? How do I get loose? I love painting tightly. That's the way I like to do it. And I've seen some beautiful loose paintings, and my jaw just drops, and I'm thinking to myself, how do you get that looking like so realistic with loose brush strokes? But I like painting tightly. Now, the next, but how do I get loose is pretty much by when I start to how I get loose, sorry, it'll come out of my mouth, it's all in my brain, I'm trying to get it out of my mouth, is holding my utensils not so close to the tip rather than holding my pencil or my brush away from my bristle or my tip. That's how I get loose. But in situations like this for about 80% of the time, or 90%, more closer to 90% of the time, it'll look like one great big blob of colour. It's not until I start to do the very ends where the details, and I use pastel pencils for that. So that's how I do that. I'm sure others have got other ways of doing it, and of course every time I practice I discover a new way of doing things, and I think it's all trial and error, to be honest. I think that, you know, just see how you go. Practice loosely, and if that doesn't work, try another way, and if you don't like the medium, try another medium. It's a bit hard to be loose with coloured pencil, just because of the type of medium that it is. Yeah. So, sorry, let me just do that so you can see that. So you can see the palette. I just want you to be able to see that. Oh, sorry, I just want to have a look at... Ramel says yes, it is the one from Dawn Emerson. Nanette says I have 2 grown sons. Wonderful. Wonderful. If this is the one with the horse on the front, it is the same one I have. I love that book. So many great techniques. Oh, okay. Wow, that's great for sharing. Is that her husband's job? What? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? I missed something. Sorry, I just want to get back to what I'm trying to figure out. How to stop a mental block from the fear of a mistake. I have... You know, can I tell you a story? My son, one of my sons, also paints and draws, but he has no motivation and he's not dedicated at the moment. It was one of his subjects in school. I think art and design. Anyway, it was one, and he had to do some portraits. He had to figure out how to. He had to figure out to do a major work piece, right? So, and he says, "Oh, but he goes, Mum, he goes, all I do is graphite." And I said, yeah, well, that's okay if you want to do graphite. I said to him, it better be bloody well realistic or hyper realistic. I said, because this is your end year project. And he says, well, I don't know what else to do. And I said, well, you can paint. I've got plenty of stuff for you to choose. And plus, he'd been using pastels from when he was a little bit younger as well. And he goes, how about if I do some pastels? And I said, all right, use pastels. I said, okay, fine. Anyway, so every time he put down a brush stroke, and if it wasn't right, he was frustrated. He wanted every stroke that he did to be perfect. And I said to him, mate, that's not how it goes. The more mistakes you make, the better you get. you can't be expected to do this. This is my conversation to him. I'm not saying it's to you, Ramel, but this is my conversation to him. And I said to him, how will you learn? How will you progress if you don't make mistakes? And if you make a mistake, rub it out. I don't know, erase it. Start again. Go back to it. Don't give up until until you get to it. So what I'm trying to say is, Ramel, is that no matter how perfect we all want our stroke, every pencil tip to be perfect, it's never going to be perfect. And then you get all, and I know I've been all, like sometimes like I've done things, and you'll see if you see one of my videos, Nanette mentioned that, I'm glad that you left the ugly hand, and I left it on purpose so you could see that, it can't be perfect all the time. You erase it and you figure out, and you think, oh, and you get all tense and all worked up, and you think, oh, look, this is no good, and then you'll just chuck it away. So, but it all depends how serious you want to progress, I suppose. Yeah. So we're all going to make mistakes. It's a given. That's what, if you accept that it's a given, then yes, you will then relax, and all of a sudden things will just start happening. So Wendy says, that's always there. I found my working slower and learning the medium helps. Something like pastel is easy to fix though. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's one of the most forgiving mediums, I think. Then comes oils, to be honest. But some people would probably beg to differ on that one. The ugly hand was a good lesson on hanging in there when it isn't going well, says Nanette. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I remember that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. So what I'm doing now is I'm mixing umber and, again, I keep on forgetting, yellow ochre shade, and it's still a bit saturated, but anyway, I'll desaturate that with a bit of umber. Oh my goodness, look at that. Is that music too loud? Is that music too loud? Sorry. Colour pencils, not so much. Yes. Sorry, not so much. Sorry, I missed your comment, Wendy. Yeah, something like pastel. I said that. Yeah, colour pencils, not so much. That's right. Nanette says, Wendy says, I have a bunch of those hanging in their projects. Yep. Me too. Learn a bunch on those though. Relief when they are done. Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. There we go. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, just you know what I'm going to get nervous about? His snout. Because if that's all out of whack, he'll look crooked. He'll look crooked. And I need a sip of water. It's water. not wine, because although it's just a little bit after 11 here in the morning, I suppose it's midday somewhere in the world and evening in yours, so I could be sipping wine, couldn't I? You'll never know. Ramel says, it is a bit frustrating, but I try not to let the mistakes hold me back. My approach is to work through them. I kind of think like a caveman with art. Nanette asks, do you use Photoshop to put your composition together? Vodka looks like water. Yes, it does, doesn't it? You'll never know. I don't look for perfect. I look for what I want to portray. Water, huh? Is that true, Nanette? So does gin. Oh man. Oh geez, the vodka won't cure. What vodka won't cure? There is no cure for. Okay, Nanette, your question. Do I use Photoshop? I use Photoshop. I also use, you wouldn't believe it, I also use, I use various software programs. Sometimes I use PowerPoint, and I just isolate my subjects, and I kind of like put it together, and that's how I do it. But yes, I use Photoshop. It's a very good tool to use, but I use the Premiere Elements. I don't have the other one, the real one. I have Elements, which I want to get, because I know, Wendy, you told me about that, and I've seen it, because I want some other programs in there, and I know that you've got like you purchase a subscription now, but with Elements you don't. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I do. I put my composition together, so I've got an idea of how it's going to look. It may not look exact. I'll use a bit of artistic license and maybe change the colours or, things like that. But yeah, pretty much I need reference photos. I'm not that skilled enough to do this all from my head, to draw. Like I need a reference photo. But I tell you what, the idea is in my head. I've got the picture of it in my head, how I want it to look. But I need a reference photo or some kind of program to help me put it together. Yeah, that's how I do it. Yeah. This is a famous song here called Rum Till Die. Ramel, do you play the steel drum? Oh, that's interesting. I love using PowerPoint, such as an unutilised program. I use it heaps. Heaps. It's really basic, to be honest. There is a tool there that you can block out, your background and stuff like that, and you can tell it to pick and choose which areas or that you want to leave or you want to delete. So any kind of software program that you can use, if you're into that, is good. Now, see this brush? Look how much, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm putting quite a bit of, sometimes I'm light-handed, but sometimes I'm actually pressing the brush into the tooth of the paper. And the brush is intact. It's not even, doesn't even look like it's going to, you know, be destroyed or anything like that. I'm not, or the brush, the bristles are still there. Look, I suppose you'll probably get a good or bad batch, I'm not saying, but generally not bad. And as you see, I'm just blending through. I still want to walk through your head and see those ideas you have bouncing around. Wow, you use Wendy. You know, my friends at work say that to me. They sometimes I give them some photos or like images of what I've been doing, and they say that to me. What's going on in your head? PowerPoint tuner net. Way to go. Yeah. See? So have you ladies, and Ramel, sorry, or have you painted and drawn lines before? It's looking a bit crooked. I haven't got the right colour here, maybe more. I wonder if this is going to make a difference. Oh, I think this will make a difference. I need something warm. It's too cold. That might be better. I'll mix that with my yellow ochre. How about that? Oh yeah, makes it warm. Oh, that's much better. That's more lion looking tan, isn't it? Nope, don't play steel drum. When I was younger, used to play the tassa, which is a drum with a goat skin. Kind of sounds like old school Conan entrance song. Oh, okay, how cool is that? Okay. All right. Geez, he looks like he's got some Indian war paint on him at the moment. I can't get over how I criticise my own stuff. See how it's blending there? That's cool. Nanette says, I've been all over the Caribbean, but never Trinidad. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, wow, that's so nice. Nice. Wendy says, I did a tiger. I have a lion planned for the future. It's a father and son playing. Very cute. Part of one of my series. Oh, wow. Looking forward to that, Wendy. So this is a slow way with these brushes. This is a slow way. So I just wanted to warn you. But that's okay, isn't it? I just want to do this because I don't want to lose my line. bit. That's the pink bit there, and that, and that. There we go. That's just so I don't go over. There we go. Yeah, so what else can I tell you that I've been doing? Other than that, just basically paint and drawing and having the occasional... Oh, I've been drinking a bit of bourbon lately, actually, instead of wine. Less calories. And some scotch sometimes. Alright. Oh, and Christmas is coming up too, of course, as we mentioned before. So, how do you guys spend your Christmas? Do you usually go away, or do you just spend it at home, or with family, or... Because it's always chaotic, isn't it, around that time? Ramel says, to be honest, it is a beautiful country, just like everywhere. Yeah, me too. There is just so many planned. Oh, there is just so many planned. Not enough time to complete. Tell me about it. I've got so much art, so little time. How long have you been creating art? Yes, the bourbon side. Come to the bourbon side. What are your plans for Christmas? Probably not with the fire in the fireplace. No way. Question. How long have I been creating art? Okay, I won't talk about when I was younger, but probably about, I'd say around about the seven years now. 7 years. And I've only discovered pastels in the last couple. About the last couple of years, I'd say. Maybe 3 years. Yeah, I was painting oils before, and I will paint oils because I've missed doing them. Yeah. And some... all you see on you only see my videos on the pastels that I've been doing because they're the ones I filmed, but there are some oils which I filmed, but the lighting was bad. I wasn't really good with all of that kind of stuff, like that IT stuff. It took me a while to get to know how it all worked. So that's why there's none of my other stuff up there. Yeah. So that's all you've really seen. There's the pastels, but I do others. I do other things, but people just, well, it's natural. You look at some of the videos I've done and think, oh, well, all she does is pastels, but I do more than that. What about you, Wendy? How long have you been creating art? And what about you guys too? Nanette and Ramel? Yes, Nanette, no fireplace for me. You know what? We've got an aircon to keep us cool. And you know the famous Australian salute. Have you heard that? You make your friend. If you say to your friend, your Aussie friend, say, what's the? Can you show me what the famous Aussie salute is? It's this one. And you know what that is? Because we shoo the flies. That's what we call the Aussie salute. Because we're shooing flies away. Do that. What are your plans for Christmas? Yeah, and of course, it'd be probably close family and friends, probably. You know, we've got a pool in the back, so I guess everybody will be in the pool, carrying on in the pool. Probably quite a bit of eating as well. Yeah. Christmas means me working, painting, scrubbing. This is Ramel. Fixing stuff. It is an opportunity for wives, girlfriends to force their menfolk to work on Sundays. Yep. Sorry, I'm just reading up all of this. Nanette says, I'll be staying home for Christmas. One son lives in Melbourne. Oh, I was about to say Melbourne, but that's Melbourne, Florida. Okay, all right. So I won't see him. Okay, and that's the thing with, you know, when your kids are all grown, they've got their lives. You know, hopefully they sort of drift in and yeah. Wendy says, we usually stay home. Some Christmases are bigger than others. This year is super small. And that's the same with us, you know what I mean? You know, like when your family comes together, then they've got another side that they've got to go to, so they take turns. But yes, I do get that. But you're not, oh yeah, Nanette says, but you're not married, Ramel. So you must be helping the ladies doing their jobs, perhaps. No one. I've been drawing. Oh, Nanette says I've been drawing since I was born. Really? True, but all the women folk in the family usually want the guys to do something. Yes. Shoo flies. Yeah, shoo the flies. That's right. That's the Aussie salute. Shooing the flies. Actual fine art. Wendy says, actual fine art. I have done a total of maybe 20 years. Just started, believe it or not. Never drew anything until about 6 years ago for a drawing class. I was hooked. Wow. If they want to see me, they better have some babies. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's it. So what would you like to be called? Grandma, Nana? Nanette, when that happens? Okay. Right. I'm just going to do this. Oh. Now you'll have to excuse that noise. My husband's taking my son to work. So if that's a noise that you can hear, it's a car. Because my studio's in the back part of the house. And the car's not far away parked. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Her Highness. Naturally, what else would you want to be called? Okay, there we go with that. Let me see. Wendy says, everyone that has seen my art talked me into exploring it more and starting YouTube, etc. So I started that January this year. And you know what? It takes a long time to, like I'm one of those people. You know, it all depends how serious or how serious you want to go with it. If you're serious that you want to go with it, then you've got to be. And this is the information that I've been researching. Like you just, they say that you just got to concentrate and upload regularly and stuff like that. I can't upload more than I do, so I'm not one of those regular ones. About once a week, but there are people that do 2 and 3 times a week, and of course I wouldn't be able to give anyone any quality if I did it like that. So, but YouTube is definitely an eye-opener for me. I was quite terrified because I didn't understand it, and I still don't understand it, but because they throw all of these new technical terms, and I've got to find out what all of those technical terms are and figure it all out and research. Every time they say a word, what's that word? I've got to go research it. But then art, you can sit there and draw and just upload whenever you want. But yeah, YouTube is something which is a lovely way to share your work, but but you're also open to, you're also vulnerable and open to everyone's criticism, and I know that you can't please everyone, so you just keep on keeping on, and that's the attitude that I've decided to adopt that attitude. So I love the eyes. Really? Yeah, because I concentrated on those when you guys weren't looking, but they're not finished, I can tell you that. They're not finished. One of my instructors said that there has to be a portrait where you need to stop. Oh, sorry, I can't read. One of my instructors said that there has to be a point where you need to stop being the student and start doing. It has stayed with me. Yes. So artist I am, though still secretly a student. You and me both. I'm in the same camp. I'm in the same camp. I can tell you that now. I'm in the same camp. Yeah. See, if you were exhibiting your work, that's what you would be called. They would say, well, who's the artist? Like if you went to a gallery and you were exhibiting, there are paintings everywhere, and you'd have to label your artwork, the title, who's the artist. So yeah. But I'm always a student. Okay, there we go. Hang on, I need some more water. Cheers. We're all students and we never stop learning. Too bloody right. Yep. Oh, and for video creators, Wendy, there's been some changes. You might want to have a look at that. You know, just when I get used to something, they change it on me. Oh, it's all for the good anyway. Okay, this is going to be... Now, you know what my challenge with this is going to be? Is making this part of the lion come out of his face. That's going to be the challenging bit. Water, sure. Yep. Hey, do you like... Wendy says, hey, what do you like? And that's all that... Oh, hang on. Hey, do what you like, and that's all that matters. There are some YouTube artists that I wonder why they even create what they are. I shake my head and I would be embarrassed to put that out. Ramel, I'm going for some water, i.e. white rum. Wendy says, but I also commend them for being proud of what they're doing, and it's awesome that they are proud of it. Yes. Foreshortening, says Nanette. Wendy, on not my style, but it appeals to many, and everyone has a following, no matter their style, and that's awesome. Style, isn't that funny? I was only just thinking of that before the live stream, and yesterday I was thinking of it. You know, you're always trying to, well, you don't have to find your style, but what happens is that because I don't know what my style is. I know what I like to paint, but I don't know what my style is other than what I like to paint. Where am I going with this? What I mean to say is that the minute you look at a painting, you go, oh yeah, well, that's such and such, or that's, oh yeah, that's, you know straight away that it's that person who paints because of the style. So do you guys have a style? Like, I was just trying to figure out, what is my style? I know what I like to paint, and what is your style is probably what I'm trying to get at, because I'm trying to figure out what my style is. Will, you have a lovely night, day, need sleep. I'll see you Monday for the drawing journal. Enjoyed listening. Keep up the good work, Chrissy. Thanks, Will, so much. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you stopping by. You have no idea. It is huge, 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 huge. And I will see you on Monday, rain, hail or shine, or sleep or not asleep. Ramel says, I hate to think of you drinking alone. I've got your back, mate. Good night. Okay, yes. Oh, wow. Wow, that's so awesome. Thank you so much, Will, honestly, for popping by. It was just an absolute honour. Yes, I know there you have a bunch of, oh sorry, Okay, sorry, I'm all mixed up here. Let me just get there. Yes, I know that there have been a bunch of changes. Trust me, I get a lot of those updates. Just when you get down to the last changes, then you have to start all over again. Yep. Yep. Your style is recognisable to me. Hard to explain, but I can definitely see it. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy the drinks for all of us. Don't you dare drink mine, says Nanette. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay, here, this is a dark one. It's like almost like a butterfly, this one here. Like a butterfly shape, and that's how I'll think of it. That sort of comes in there. Yeah. Yeah, so this will be really interesting. Geez, I hope I pull this off. And, here's something. This is, I don't know how you guys feel, but every time I'm just about to start a painting, I get nervous. Do you guys feel the same? I just get so nervous. So nervous. And then once I get into it, then I'm fine, then I don't have a problem. I used to be more like that in the beginning, but now not so much. But still, sometimes when I started, because I think it's because this is such a large painting that it made me feel a bit, I was just, it made me feel a little bit lost. But then, once I got into it, then I was fine. But I just wonder if you guys feel that way. I know what I would like my style to be, but I just can't. At this point. I'm too realistic and paint too tightly. I love painting tightly too. I also like the loose style, but at the moment I'm going through this phase. I think my art is much like me. My world is black and white, right or wrong. There is no grey area. So I tend to art in the same way, never in the grey area. That's difficult for me. Okay. Yeah. I suppose. I know how you say that, but sometimes I feel I better get into this. Sometimes I feel, oh, what the heck, just let me do something I don't, like a stroke that I normally do, and then I go, and then all of a sudden it starts to come about in a different way. And I don't know how else to explain that. Obviously it's not. It's in here and it's not coming out there the way I want it to come out. Oh gosh. Ramel says there is a consistent discussion about legalising herbs as done in Jamaica and Uruguay. Oh, okay. I may move to Trinidad, says Nanette. For me, I hate art that does not have balls. I'm not gonna ask what kind of balls you're talking about. Okay? I only draw male animals. You'd like my art, Ramel? Well, peacocks are very nice. They're males. And of course, the male lion. Yeah. They're so much more interesting, aren't they? Bugger. Yeah, so as you can see, just putting down colour here, that's all I'm doing. And mixing that ochre with that burnt, what is it, that burnt sienna, yeah. Oh, it's a bit too saturated. Well, of course, I can use this. Ramel says, in my art, I want it to be violent, gritty, persistent. Ultimately, I want art to exhibit parts of the human. I want art to exhibit parts of the human nature. I mean art that I feel someone has invested something into. Okay, I very much like females. Well, the female form is beautiful. So mine, Wendy says, mine depends upon the piece and medium. There is one I have planned that I'm super nervous about. It's my first completely designed piece. I designed it over a year ago. Wendy, go for it. Gosh, what are you waiting for? It's like that nervous thing that we were talking about. Just forget about it. Just do it. Violent, gritty, persistent. Great way to describe your vision. Yeah. Now that's too saturated there, so I'm just going to how wonderful is this eraser? Tell me. Tell me. Yeah. So, and I just put a bit of a bit of umber there, and it desaturates. How good is that? How good is this blending tool, hey? Oh, I tell you what. Seeing as I'm here, I can't not show you what this does. So I tell you what, I'm just going to leave that for a second. I'm going to come back to it, but I want to show you what this tool does, right? So, but I need to get something that's close to that colour. So look at that. Okay. See that? I've loaded that up pretty well. Hang on, my sleeve. Which way is it going to go? It's going this way. Look at that. How's that? Isn't that terrific? I can't believe it. This is, and you can wash them. You can wash it. Wendy says, I will eventually get to it. It will be called A Tribute to the Fallen Soldier. It has a bowing eagle. Just to give you a tease, thank you. Go for it. Go for it. And Ramel says, what we obtain too cheap, we esteem too highly. Thomas Paine. Oh, that's right. You come up with these lovely sayings, don't you? Very nice. Ramel, your work sounds very passionate. Lovely. It's the best invention of an eraser ever. Chrissy, you are so funny. Me funny? You're funnier than me. Don't be saying I'm funny. You know what? Funny peculiar? Yes. Look at this. How about that, eh? I'm just like I can't wait to do the main with this, because I reckon it'll be so much easier. Oh yeah, just can't wait. And you can get into the point, see? Yep, so there you go. So I just wanted you to see how that works. See if I could. Hey, look at that. Yeehaw, look at that. You have no idea how excited I was when I was with this. Oh, see? How cool. Ramel says, not a violent person, far from it, but I like art that exhibits courage. Courage in the person, courage in the doing, courage in accepting and rising to the challenge against a struggle. Wow. That's so nice. That's quite powerful, actually. So then you can do. Will I get this? See? How cool is that? You can get all of these effects. Maybe Pastel should, or maybe not, I don't know. I mean, they've already got some cool tools. But thinking of something like that. See? Yeah. So I just wanted to show you how that works. You know, and you just keep on, keep on applying. But how cool. Wendy says my husband walks in and asks, is there anything from Amazon that I want? I gave him that look. I showed him my open Amazon window. He said, okay, then you can, he said, okay, then you can spend the money. Okay. Oh, well. Yeah, so there you go. So make sure when you're buying these, you've got to get your hands on one of those. Right? And I suppose it's just trial and error, isn't it? Yeah. So there you go. That's how that works. And then on top, you can, for example, you can, like I'm going to erase this, but I'm just showing you, Do you see what I mean? How cool. How cool. How cool. Together with this. Oh, and The other side, see this side, right? It works like a blending brush. Like you can blend in like you would like a paintbrush, like acrylic or oil. And you just blend it and soften it with that. So there, how about that? And you just, with a paper towel, you just do this. Get all the excess and then just pick up where you left off, different colours and everything. So there, how about that? Wendy says you should like Carrie Underwood and the songs she looks for to sing. I've got about 3 of her albums, Carrie Underwood. I like her style, like it. She likes songs that tell a story and empower women. Yes, and her video clips are like that too, I've noticed. That tool was amazing when you did that tool was amazing when you did the feathers. It was just, I thought to, you know what, I bought it and I go, what's this? And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. And I thought, what's the worst that could happen? Erase it. I thought, oh my goodness. And I was testing it on a bit of paper, of course, you know, but I thought, wow. Yeah. Yes, that will be the one. Yes, that will be one thing that's going into the cart, along with a few others. Because who just orders one thing from Amazon? I know, I've got a wish list, and of course, you know, I have to pay an arm and a leg for freight. So I make sure that I make it worth my while. I mean, at least you guys get some free shipping when you've ordered over a certain amount. I can't do that. I'm concerned about those eyes. If someone hangs that painting, they might be forever worried that they are going to be eaten. Ramel, the dolphin would protect you. Okay. Sheila, welcome. Hope well, I'm all busy carrying on. So I'm using pan pastels, makeup brushes, and I've just been talking about it. So you should get some of these if you can, if you like working with pastels. Great blending tool. I wonder if you could use it for colour pencil. I never thought of that. Oh, with solvent. I'm actually going to try that. Now that I've just got it was a light bulb moment. So welcome, Sheila. Welcome, Tamara. Thank you for stopping by. It's terrific. Thank you for joining us. And Ramel says, never heard about Carrie Underwood. Yes, you should. You should. Thanks, Tamara. That line, your line looks great so far. You know what? I have so much to go on this. You have no idea. A lot of concentration. Perhaps maybe some grape juice that will help me get into it. Loosen up a little bit, I suppose. Okay. Ramel says, can anyone recommend any resources for drawing horses and wolves? Probably not me. All I would say is, look on the internet. There are so many. There's so much resources out there, like free stuff. I would just key in horses and see what you come up with. yeah. But Wendy would probably know books and stuff like that for sure. Tamara says, just finished my second pan pastel piece. Tried a stencil for the background. Ooh, I wonder how that turned out. You'll have to send me a link of your artwork. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. But you know what, pan pastels, Tamara, use these. Get a go at these. I know I'm not talking too much about these, but I just want to share. That's all. It's a really good discovery. Actually, I'm going to try 10 stencils. You get a stencil and you just, oh, that's a good idea. I never thought of that. For something different. It's a good idea. Let me see. So just all I'm doing at the moment, for those who have just come in later, all I'm doing is just blocking colours down. No detail. This line is going to drive me nuts. I know that it will. So what I'm going to do is just go slow. And for those who haven't seen, I've got a palette which I mix pan pastels. I mix colours on this. So that's also another little thing that that I've been doing lately. Well, I have been doing it for a long time, but more so now, rather than just I've been making colours. Actually, since my video that I did for mixing pan pastels, I decided to, because I was mixing colours to make other colours, I'm thinking, why hadn't I thought of that earlier? You know? And so sometimes you only really need a basic set. But of course, I'm greedy. I want everything. I want everything. And I'm... yeah. Turned out... turned out great. Used a damask. Okay. I did get a few makeup brushes. Oh, did you? Oh, fantastic! You haven't. Hang on. How did you go? Wendy says there's a book called "How to Draw Animals in Simple Steps." There is no wolf, but could use some of the dogs for anatomy. Breaks them down to basic shapes. Wendy says also a few horses in various poses. Tamara, Wendy says, Chrissy, yes, I have a bunch of books. My library just keeps growing. One of these days I will actually get through all of them. I go through them quickly just to know what's in it though. Ramel says, thanks, we'll have a look. I'm thinking about a loose style with humans and certain animals. And you know what? Different colours that aren't normally flesh, you know, and just have like dark tones and mid tones and light tones and all of that. So that's a way to do it loosely, I reckon. And Tamara says, I was making wallpaper. Oh, okay. All right. So. Yeah. Yeah. And the reason why I'm looking over there is because that's where my screen is and that's where my chat is because my surface is all the way at the end there. So hopefully I won't knock over the camera that I'm looking into. Oh God, wouldn't that be something? Okay, so there on top. Yeah. Oh, too saturated, maybe. Yeah. And I can tell you what, there are going to be heaps of layers. Going into this. Oh, right. Put too much there. Oop. Wendy says, how come there isn't very much art with kangaroos? I was pondering the question the other day. Any ideas? Not sure. And the kangaroo is such a well-known animal too, isn't it? We have, where I live, speaking of kangaroos, where I live, probably about maybe a 5-10 minute drive, there's a property and there are heaps of them. So one day I've got some photographs on my Facebook where I've actually just gone to just a property not far from my house, kangaroos, and sometimes when I'm and we've got kangaroo signs all over on the roads for drivers to beware of kangaroos jumping through the streets. But this is because I'm not in Sydney City CBD, I'm out more coastal country, so that's probably why they're around there. But in answer to your question, why isn't there so much art? I don't know. I've actually drawn something up with a whole heap of Australian animals, which I haven't had a chance to paint yet. And it's got emus, it's got kookaburras, it's got our indigenous, we've got an Aboriginal elder, and kangaroo, and kangaroos and all of those sorts of things. But I started doing this project and I left the other project that I was doing, but it's all drawn up, ready to go, by the way. So I've got so much art to do, so little time. Can you hear the kookaburras? Can you hear them? I hope you could hear them, because they're all over the place here. They are all over the place. All over the place. Hang on, I'll tell you what. Hang on. Just... Can you hear that? Anyway. Yeah, kookaburras. Oh, they're everywhere here. Kookaburras, cockatoos, also an Australian animal. We see possums here. Yeah, we've got heaps of possums as well. Wendy says we have tons here too. Ramel, iguanas. Possums also called maniku, armadillos, alligators. The natural habitat is receding because it is a small country. Venezuela has a larger grouping. Wow. I think that would be great planting. Oh, OMG, I never heard... Are you joking with me, Nanette? Have you heard them? Yes, we can hear them. Oh my goodness. Hearing them. What are they? Hearing them. What are they? Kookaburras. They're birds. They're birds. They're one of our native birds, and it's like there's an Australian song that goes with it. You know, where it's like a laughing sound. It's like a laugh, kookaburra, laugh. You know that song too, Wendy. Did you want me to sing it? Laugh, kookaburra, laugh. That's how it goes, yeah. Oh, that's a song. Yes, it is. I know it is. Oh, our possums are different. They are ugly here. Well, really? We have a lot of alligators. They walk the streets. Oh, they do not. They do not walk the streets. Oh, serious? Also, climb the front doors. Well, I tell you what, our crocodiles fly. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. We all know that song. Oh my gosh. It's almost like saying my toy's bigger than your toy. Oh dear, oh dear. Who cracks who up? Actually, you know what? It's time for a wine now. Or perhaps maybe a glass of water. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. Alright, so where am I up to with this? See, again, you're making me lose concentration, and God knows what this is going to look like in the end. Probably end up looking like a bird instead of a bloody lion. Sheila says, are ours? They look like big rats. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh gosh. But yeah, we are close to a lot of native animals around here. But kangaroos, you know what? Might just do that one day. But I've got so much on my plate. Yeah. And I hope you like my music. I know it's not like rock or pop or, you know, anything commercial, but it's what I'm allowed to play. Because it's royalty-free music, so which I've paid for, but it's because YouTube will slam me if I don't use royalty-free music that's not copyright. I was actually going through their library. They've actually got some okay music, to be honest. So as you can see, this line is not looking like a line at the moment, but I promise you it's going to look okay. It's going to look okay when I'm done. And what I'll do, just to show you what these colours do, or how these brushes work, let me just put something down. Oh, too much. All right. All right. And check, look, this is the other side. See? It's okay, eh? Well, you know, you get the drift. That's what I'm trying to. Well, that's what I'm trying to show you. Oh my gosh. Ramel says, can an Australian please explain platypus? I mean, bird, fish, mammal. No. Oh gosh, marsupial. It's not a mammal, it's a marsupial. It's a marsupial. Marsupial. It is, it lays, the only two Australian animals, which is the echidna, which looks like a porcupine, and a platypus. They lay their eggs and they feed their young milk. Yes, that's what that is. That is what a platypus is. It's not a fish. just likes the water. Not a mammal. Not a bird. Not a fish. Okay. Wendy says, no, seriously, there is always a story on the news about the gators walking down a neighbourhood or climbing someone's front door at least once every week. You are kidding me. Oh, you'd have to have a shotgun ready behind the door. Can we do a sing-along, says Ramel. Yes, we can. Oh dear, oh dear. Wendy says they have had to stop traffic on main roads to let them cross and then catch them and relocate them. Oh, okay. We're going to be nice to them. All right. Yes, it is. Okay. A baby roo. Is there anything cuter? Yeah. You know what? With the kangaroo, right? A mother kangaroo can have a joey in the pouch, popping its head out, and another one on the way. You know, breeding machines. But then again, you people are all smart. You all know about all of those sorts of things. Wendy says it is very much aligned. Oh, okay, thanks. You're just saying that to make me feel good. I know it doesn't look like one now. Oh, look at that. Ramel, great. Crop crossing. That is cool. I like that. Need more wine for that. Ramel. Nanette. Right. They are so cute. You are so easily amused. Chrissy. Yes. It's called The Element of the Bizarre. Do you have a favourite painter? Old Master? Dali? Well, I don't have favourites as such, but I am in awe of some artists. More so the modern ones, of which I can't remember the names. Well, Dali's, I suppose, quite modern. He was in the 50s, and that's a lot of my work is. I've got a few pieces that you would think, oh wow, that's Dali inspired for sure. Botticelli, wow, yeah, nice. Can you eat gators? There are people, yes, I'm sure people eat gators. Where do you live that the gators stalk? Sheila says, where do you live that the gators stalk you in your house? Oh, that's so scary. They're like large rats that hop around. Oh my gosh. Oh geez. Gees are always stopping traffic and crossing the roads. They don't rush though, just take their sweet time. Well, I would have said sweet bloody time. Yeah. Charleston, South Carolina. Wow. You're not safe then, are you? Not at all. Not at all. Neither are we, for that matter. Because crocodiles, imagine that. I reckon they're more vicious than the alligators. Scary as. And they grow to be monsters, like monsters. And the crocodiles with us, they're mainly in the northern part of Australia, up the top of Queensland, Darwin, Western Australia, all the northern part. That's where they are predominantly. You know, I wouldn't be floating my canoe on one of those rivers up there. No bloody way. They would just grab you and who knows. Yes, gator meat is delicious. Yes, I know, because I think we've got crocodile as well. Gators crawl around. Tastes like chicken. Sheila? Tastes like chicken. Okay. Annette, around the golf courses in Florida. No way. No way. You're kidding me. No way. We've got kangaroos on our golf courses. Truly we have. Truly. Truly. Wendy says, doesn't everything taste like chicken? Ramel says, it's club of stalker, bears, gators, cougars, possums. Sheila, I visited there. Didn't see any. Glad about that. Wendy says, we have deer that roam. Yes, we have deer around here too. Always a deer accident. They do a lot of damage to cars. That's the kangaroos. That's like with the kangaroos. Like you get the deers roaming, we get the same with the roos. Yeah, yep, everything tastes like chicken, says Sheila. Tamara, we've got bears. Tamara, that means you're in Canada, aren't you? Bears. Man, they're scary. They are monsters. They are monsters. And they would, from what I've heard and understand, like they could come as close. If you live somewhere in the forest or wilderness, they'll always be on your doorstep, wouldn't they? Now they'd be knocking your door, wouldn't they? Yep, for sure. Man, oh man. Well, I thought we had it rough here, but I reckon you guys have got it rougher. Oh gosh. Yeah. What have I got here? Bears are in the US too. Oh yeah, sure. Of course they are. Of course they are. No, black bears. Which are bigger, black or brown? Black or brown, or is it just? Tamara says, yeah, bears are in the US too. Yes, they are. I lived in Oregon for a few years. Tamara says they get my mum. Oh, they get your mum's bird feeder all the time. Oh, serious? Oh, how scary, man! That's so scary. I see many bears, but the skunks, they stink. Polar are the biggest. Oh, okay. Well, I don't suppose you got polar bears where you people are. There's no way. Yeah, we don't have skunks. That's all right. I'm sure we've got our fair share of stinky animals too. So there's nothing like driving down the street and seeing a squirrel dangling from the power lines. We have kookaburras. You should see them. They're all like in a row. And I'm thinking to myself, oh man. And you know what? Sometimes and cockatoos, white cockatoos, and black cockatoos. We've also got in a row. There's a friend just hit a 300-pound black bear a month ago. Oh man, that's like, for example, cows too. Cows. Sometimes when people go driving around the farms, and of course, you know, you're waiting for cows to cross the road, or I've heard of incidences with that as well. Yeah. Japan, you see the habu dangling from the power lines. Habu. What's a habu? What's a habu? I love. Ramel says, I love Oregon. Just the name sounds wow. Reminds me of one of my favourite fighters. As in boxing, or MMA. What is that? Oh, my boys do that, MMA. Mixed martial arts. Habus are venomous. Okay. That's not good. Oregon, beautiful Wendy says, beautiful country. Glad I don't live there anymore, though. Too depressing for me. Why? Habu is a snake. Oh. See? Learn something new every day. Now see with the point, see this pointy bit, how I'm just, because the point is diagonal, so I can then start to define, but it won't be defined because I'll probably use a pastel pencil to do that. But see, look at that. Ramel says, oh, hang on, what does Ramel say? Ramel, oh, sorry, Nanette says, random, but do you have bats in Australia? Yes, we do. We have fruit bats, and they're very annoying, and the all of their, like their poo and all that stuff, all that yucky stuff, destroys a lot of the vegetation and stuff like that. Not in my area, thank goodness. MMA says Ramel. Wendy says, in case you haven't noticed, I get around. Yes, you do. Is there anything, Wendy, that you don't know? See, that's what I mean. You know so much about everything. Everything. I'm just shaking my head because I can't figure out a word that wants to come out of my mouth that's describing what I'm thinking. Okay, is it Kyle Sonnen? I have a grappling background. Yeah, my boys are into MMA. Yeah. Oh, I'm missing something here. If you want to see depressing, live in London. Always rainy and dreary. That's why. Washington State too. Okay, I understand. Islands like that. Okay, 10 days of bloody summer in London. Tamara says, I'm right on the California border, so we don't get as much rain as up north. Wendy says, yes, I always wanted to visit London, just to visit the Queen, I bet. There's also a song about that as well. I've lost my place. Oh, bugger. To visit, but does seem depressing. Yeah, it's a lot of the English people end up coming over here. They migrate and they end up coming to live here in Australia. People from Scotland, Wales, of course England. They like the climate. It's actually quite a nice climate. Even in winter. I mean, it does get cold, but not as cold as those countries do. Love the sound of the birds. Beautiful, isn't it? Ramel, Nanette says, Ramel, I was in London in June. It was 95 degrees. Yes, Northern California, Southern Oregon, much drier. I lived in Salem and Portland area when I lived there. Hello, Dee Dee. Thanks for coming by, honey. How are you going? Have you got all your jobs done? Lots of experience in my short life, apparently. Wow. So, Dee Dee, are you safely home, honey? Doing all your jobs, I'm sure. A lot of shopping. For all of those, Aphrodite is my daughter. She is my big baby. She is my eldest. Because Dee Dee, we were talking about how many kids, and I said 4, a daughter and 3 sons. So this is my daughter Aphrodite. Lots of love the Scots Premier whiskey makers. Oh yes, like the whiskey too. So as you can see, I haven't gotten very far, as I knew I wouldn't, but that's okay. What I'll do here is Yep. Just putting down a whole heap of colour. Wendy says, how are they allowed to live there? I thought you had to get government approval and had to have like work or some skill for the economy. I think I've lost something here. It's looking really good now. Thanks, Nanette. We have to get visas just to visit and have a return ticket to get approval first to visit. You're talking about in your country? Okay. So hang on a sec, I need another sip of my water. Yeah. So Tamara says, I've got to start a Pomeranian tonight. Going to acrylics though. Oh, okay. Be interesting. Somehow, I don't know, somehow have a look at me on Instagram and I don't know what your I'd really like to see what you do. Poms are so cute. No for Australia. Water. It is water, you know. Well, that's all I'm going to tell you. Okay. I might use this again, this lovely tool. Just want to show you something, how it, where's this bit of paper that I can get, that I can show you something. Check this out. Hang on, let me just do this so I don't ruin what I've got already. See that? See that? How good is that? And it all depends how much colour you pick up. So I need it flat. So there we go. And blending. And all these strokes. Look at that. That's all right, eh? That's all right. So I just thought I'd wanted to share again because I get all excited. Put some colour down now. I think that's what I'll do. So I want to put that ear in. See? How about that? It's all right, isn't it? Now that's too saturated, of course, and I'll pick. Look at that. That is so cool. I just love the way it's doing that. Hang on, let me just get on the other side. So there we go. How exciting. Now I put too much on there, but as you know, Wendy says, a funny bat story. So I was living in Okinawa and I went into labour in the middle of the night. My son was told to go for a walk, so walking through the neighbourhood and a bunch of bats came flying. Well, I bet you had that baby pretty quickly then, didn't you? Okay, great. All right. I'm actually going to write that down because I don't think I'll be able to. Pardon me just for a minute. Blues, Prues, what is it? Blues, Prues, Studio. Okay, got it. I'll have a look. I'll have a look later. Wendy says, after me, went to the hospital. Went to the hospital after that and delivered 12 hours later. Well, if that's not going to do it, I don't know what else will. I need to hit Amazon again now. Lots of makeup brushes to buy. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah. Oh, great. Thanks, Wendy. Yeah, there is. How awesome is that? Thanks, Wendy. Look there, Chrissy, trying to be ambidextrous. I know. so bloody difficult. I have to do it sometimes. You should see what I come up with. Oh dear. A blue spruce is a tree. Okay. All right. See? See? Very hard to be ambidextrous. My brain isn't made that way, okay? But some people's are. So just let me pick some of this up because I think I put just too much. Okay. So what time is it over there where you guys are? Are you into your bottle yet? Like, have you finished your bottle yet? Of whatever it is that you might be drinking. Could be a bottle of water. Okay? Could be a bottle of water. Look at that. It's the best tool ever. Because I put too much there. But I just wanted to show you how cool this tool is. Oh, geez. Okay. There we go, that's close enough. Wendy says, blue spruce has a very beautiful wood and bark. 5.45 p.m. here. Almost 9. Okay. Haven't even opened the bottle yet. Sure. Sure. Sheila says 7:45. Cheap wine for me. Oh gosh, 8:42. Okay, so you girls, or sorry, not girls, all of you people there, all I'm sure you've had your dinner. I finished 2 orange Perrier and a bottle of Dasani. Well. Need the money for art supplies. Yes, Sheila, I hear you. I feel your pain. All right, I feel your pain. Bloody art supplies. Well, there's one thing that's cheap, and it's these. Okay, it's these, and they work. That's the main thing. They work. They work. All right, where am I? Gosh, lost my concentration. And make sure you get the ones that have this. See that? Look at that tip. Look at that tip. And look at that tip. Make sure you'll probably find more than what I've been able to boast about finding. Oh gosh, just funny. Funny, fun and games. This line has got so much fur, so much hair, so much. There we go. And this one's a much softer tool, this one, and holds, you know what, it holds a lot more, let me see, sorry, holds a lot more pigment. But remember, using these, it's slow, okay? It's not like the soft tools when you guys get a hold of them. I'm a girl, it's okay. Okay, all right. Where does all the stuff that we pick up with a kneadable eraser go? Isn't that a very good question? I have no idea. Have you if you've used your kneadable eraser, how long have you had yours for is probably a good one, because I've had this for a while and it still goes. This is a Faber-Castell one, by the way, so I don't know whether it's on brands. Maybe some brands are better than the other, but look, where does it go? I don't know where it goes. That's a very good question. I have to Google that one. I wonder if anybody's answered that one. Wendy says hitting the hard water there, huh? In the eraser. Yes, it's in the eraser. Short bristles. Yes, Sheila. Yeah, short. They're really short. Like that one is like a filbert. That one there. Did you just put your wrist in the pastel? Oh, that one? Probably. Yeah, I'm all... Did you just put the wrist in the pastel? Oh, you mean like that? Like that? Yeah, I did. I shouldn't do that. That's why I've got my Glassine paper, so I don't have to do that. Good pick up. Oh, Sheila says, into the sock area of the dryer. Okay. Oh, it's always light grey no matter what you pick up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. If you could see this reference photo, you'll be going, what the hell is she doing? But I tell you, it's all just colours at the moment. I'm just putting down colour, nothing major. Wendy says, you can see it. Do this when you work with charcoal. It will eventually get darker, and you won't be able to pick up anymore because it gets saturated with too much pigment. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Charcoal is even heavier as far as than the pastel, don't you think? Is that yeah? Because right now it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. So here we go. Where's that's two. No, it's not that. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just looking for my pan pastel, which would be close. But I've got, see, because I don't have the right shade, I'm going to have to mix. I just want you to see that I'm mixing. That's all. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see? This is, yeah. 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 There we go. That might be okay for where I want it to be. Yeah. Wow, look at all these different colours. This is part of the main here. Yeah. There's no way. I'm looking at what you're looking at. I'm thinking to myself, there's no way this looks like anything yet. Oh, yeah. So that's softer one. This is the first time I'm using that. That's probably better for more blending. This one, the short bristle one, is the one that I'm thinking that will be better for applying a lot of the pastel. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And it's all trial and error, you know. See, I'm a regular Google. Yes, you are. You're fantastic. You've got so many things. Is there anything you don't know? Oh my gosh. See, that's why I always ask you, Wendy, because your chock is full of information. You will also notice that it will get harder the more pigment it picks up as well, and gets more difficult to put back together to make one piece. Wow. Well, I haven't got to that stage yet, so that'd be interesting to watch, to see. Well, you know what? I've stocked up on so much of this, on so much of those erasers, so. So what other questions do you have for me that I could safely answer, I mean? Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I haven't, you know what I haven't bought? I haven't bought the Pro Colour Derwent coloured pencil set yet. Oh, I'm busting. And we've got them here in Australia now, so that's fine. But even if they didn't, I'd go looking at elsewhere. But I just haven't yet. And that's one art supply that I haven't bought yet, which I just can't wait. So I want to do a colouring, I want to do a colour pencil, I want to do a colour pencil project when in between all of these, just to give me a break from doing what I'm doing. But I want to do it on UArt paper and use a powder blender, which I haven't had too much experience with. It's only because I just haven't had the time to do it, that's all. Chrissy, Steve and I had this very conversation about choosing the colours for the underlayer and how to know what colours to use and training yourself to see them. That is so true. That is so true. Because that's all I'm doing. All I'm doing, oh Chrissy, I'm so sad for you. You are so behind the times. That was 2 months ago. I know, I still haven't done it. Okay, next pay. Next pay. Next pay I'll buy some colouring in pencils. Some colour pencils. Yeah. Yeah, so, and that's what I'm doing right here. All I'm doing is I'm picking an area and I'm looking at the colour of the lion or the face, say for example, or the mane, and I'm just putting down the colour. I'm not even thinking of anything other than that. So yes, I am behind the times. Has anybody else had experience with the Pro Colours? And from what I understand, there's not a lot of them which are light fast, but I'm sure Derwent will come up with something to fix that. I'm sure that they're aware of it. Who knows, maybe they're trying to keep the cost down. Maybe. But I think I would be prepared to spend a few bucks more if I knew that they were light fast. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I can ask Santa. It's your Christmas present to yourself. Yes, it is, isn't it? I don't have them either, says Tamara. I know, you and me, we're behind, Tamara. We're behind. I don't, oh, and you, Nanette. Okay, we're all behind. Wendy, you're ahead of us. I made colour swatches with them. Did you film yourself? Did you film yourself doing colour swatches? You know, that's one thing that you could do. I actually thought to do that, but I thought, who's going to sit there and watch me do a colour swatch on coloured pencils? Well, I suppose we could, couldn't we? And figure out colours. Oh, that's a good idea. Would you like me to do that one day? Make a colour swatch and talk about the colours? That's a question. Or is that, would that be too boring for you guys? I might get more done. That's what might happen. Yeah. Yeah. So as you can see, all I'm doing is just putting colour down. That's all I'm doing. And all of that, that's his mane. All of that, just here, that's all dark. It's one of those, you know, those lines that have got the dark brown outside of the mane and the fair on the inside. Yeah. Oh, g'day Elise, how you going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, how late is it? Very early for you now. I think you're about 5 hours behind me, I think. Guess who managed to attend your live stream? Woohoo! No, I did not. I did film. So Nanette, you're okay with me to do that? Oh, okay. All right. One day. Okay, I will do it. Wendy says no, I did not. I did film myself with the Liquitex swatches just to show how I make my swatches. Well, you should put it on your YouTube channel. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, next time that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Pro Color and we'll do some color swatching. And that way you can tell me which your favourite colours. Oh, and maybe I can, as I'm doing it, I can perhaps maybe tell you which colours are light fast as we're doing them. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll do that next time. All right, you're on. Because that will give me a good way to a good way to check all my colours and see how they all are. Yes, I'll do that. Okay. All right, so yeah, look, it's picking up all this pigment. Oh, I'm loving it. Elise says, just learnt what time was Chrissy's live stream last week. Yes, you should do some swatches. Okay, Wendy, I'm going to do them. Chrissy is up on YouTube. She's up on YouTube channel. I put all that information on my swatches. Okay. Wendy says name, number, and light fast rating. Okay, I'll do that. Serious, I will. I never make swatches. I guess I should. You know what? Yeah, Nanette, I'm thinking of. Yeah, I've made swatches on other things, but I haven't done it on my coloured pencils. And I know that Will from Unmasked Art, he's got his swatches and everything, and I know that Wendy does. So, yeah. My card's full. Sorry, guys. Hang on. There we go. That's all I got for recording. Okay. Yeah, it's light bit there, light bit there, and there's a light bit here. And you know what? I'm going to go over this. I don't know how many times. Name, number, yep, I'll do that. I do it for watercolours, but that's it. Yes, I've got some for watercolours as well. And you know what I'll do is I'll show you my sketchbook where I've done my watercolours. Oh, you'll freak out. You'll freak out. I freak myself out. I think, oh. Okay. And what's going on down here? Raw umber down here. I'm going to leave his mouth. Do you do one piece of paper like Will or strips like me? I do. I do cubes, like squares all the way through, and I leave little strips where I put the number and the name of the name and the number of the medium or the pencil or the pigment or whatever it is. So yeah, I do that. But I'll show you. You'll think, wow, okay. You can download the rest for your stream if you need to. Yeah, I know, but that's okay. Elise says, interesting. What are you using to record? I'm using it's a Panasonic video. It's a Panasonic video cam, but the card I think is about 64 gig, and I've been on for maybe about 2 or 3 hours, so that's not bad going. That's pretty good actually, about 3 hours, so it's pretty good going. And I know that you can get cards which for more, you know, like what is it 124, 256, is it something like that? Yeah, so similar to Will. Yeah, I do that. Wendy, yeah. So yeah, Panasonic. So my recording system is my recording system is the Panasonic. I use a HD60S Elgato video card. It is fantastic. I don't need to use OBS with live streaming. I do all my settings in the Elgato software, and all I do is just connect my my URL to YouTube, and I don't even worry about, you know, pressing any buttons or clicking any boxes in OBS. But, you know, having said that, the HD, like the Elgato, cost me a packet, whereas I could have done it all for nothing with OBS and just get a basic video card. So I have a camcorder that I can relay record. So it has the built-in memory and 2 additional removable cards. Oh wow! Oh, what brand is that? See? Who says? You know. So I'm losing track. Where am I? Here we go. Here I am. Yeah. So. And my equipment is not as high tech as some. My isn't. It does the job. Does the job. Does the job. It does the job. Yeah. So as you can see, it's a very slow process here, dragging. Are you guys bored? Are you bored? Did you want me to go? Are you bored? Am I boring you? If you get bigger ones, make sure they will record on that camera. Some cameras have limits on the size of memory card they will record on. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, okay. Canon. Yours is a Canon G20. This is oh geez, it's a oh, don't ask me to remember numbers. Oh, look, I'd be lying to you. You know what? I should put it in my notes, and that's what I'll do. I'll put it in my notes. But it's a fantastic camera. It is so easy to use. It is I just paint and I just forget about it. I don't have to worry how long I've been on there, as opposed to some other cameras I know. Yeah. Yeah. So look how soft this is. It's very soft, isn't it? And this just allows me to put, I mean, even before I could put like heaps of layers down, but here I think it's just gone that notch up, I think. See, as you can see through the blue through there. Yeah, just, so hopefully I'll finish. I'm gonna try to finish this painting this week. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll finish it this week, and maybe live stream next week. Maybe next. Oh no, not next Sunday. Probably in a fortnight's time, and I'll do the swatches. We can sit and talk about which are our favourite colours. And in the meantime, oh, that's right. In the meantime, I'll get my pro colours. That's right. That's what I've got to get. Oh gosh. Oh, thank you, Wendy. You're not bored? You're not bored. Okay, thanks for that. What did you say, Nanette? Have you said anything? Dinner. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. OBS. Oh, there's more. Oh, sorry, I missed something. Okay, I didn't know much about camcorders. I thought they always have some sort of limit, of time limit. I'm using a webcam and OBS. Elise also says, before this I was using my DSLR, but have to check if it stopped recording after 20 minutes. That's the problem. I've got, with me it was 12 minutes and 33 seconds because my camera was old. But it was a Canon, but top camera still, but it's just, you know, obviously there are more, you know, models that have succeeded those. So that's why I went for the camcorder. That was the only reason. As far as the Elgato, you still need the Elgato to use your camera unless you have Firewire connection, and you will use and you can use OBS with it too. Oh, I can use OBS with the Elgato. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at that. Truly, I'll have a look at that. And dinner. Oh, you're having dinner now, Nanette. Okay, not bored. Okay. Not bored. Oh, I've missed it. He has glowing eyes. You know why he has glowing eyes? Because I did this before the live stream, and so I could just make it look like an animal or a living thing rather than a blob. You think I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Oh geez, a fortnight. Who uses that? Must be an Aussie thing. A fortnight. Yes, it is. See, I'm going to teach you some Aussie words yet. Okay. On your mate. On ya. That means like good on you. So, because we're so lazy, and what we do is we string words along, and there's no way you could actually understand us. On ya, it's good on you, on ya. There you go. That's your Aussie word lesson. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Okay, sorry. I'm going away. You cheated. Yes, I cheated. Tamara, yes, I cheated. Because you know why? Because then once I get on the chat with you people, I get distracted, and my eye won't look like an eye. It'll look cross-eyed. Who knows what it'll look like? On your mate. That's it, Elise. On your mate. That's exactly how you say it. I know what it is. It's just funny to hear. It's so old school. Yes, I know. I'm bored installing an Android. What is it? I'm bored installing Android Studio. What is Android Studio? Yeah, fortnight. We always say that, or sometimes we say, and I don't know whether you guys say it, but we say for Friday week. So we say that means next Friday, not this Friday, but Friday week. That's how we say it. I'm sure you guys say it. You know, these are, you know, there is Australianisms and then there is Chrissyisms. Wait till you get a hold of the Chrissyisms. You won't even be able to understand what I'm saying. And I haven't drunk anything yet apart from water. Cheers. Oh gosh, believe it or not, I'm pretty well versed on a lot of Aussie lingo. Yes, you are, because you know why? You've been listening to Hoobie, what's his name? Jazza. Jazza, isn't he cool? Oh yeah. And I know that Nanette, you've got an Aussie mate, so you've been listening to too much Aussie stuff. So there you go, because I know you've got an Aussie friend, Nanette. Could you tell me? Okay, this lion. Is it looking like a lion? Who bloody knows? And Wendyisms. Oh gosh. We say Friday week in the southern US. Okay, you say Friday week. Friday week. Okay, all right. Well, we say the same. We just say next week. Well, yeah, we say that too, but Friday week. Yeah. I have Wendyisms. Nanette must be a Georgia thing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The Chrissyisms will come out. Oh yeah, for sure. So, you know, get your Aussie translation book ready, because you'll be looking those up soon. It's a Georgia thing. Did I say it right? Thing. Oh gosh. I mean, it's a wonder you can understand me at all. Have you noticed I'm leaving this there, because you know what? There's so much going on there. It's gonna freak me out. It's freaking me out just looking at it. I should make it look like a line, shouldn't I? And just no. I'm not going to do that. No. Change my mind. So what? Jazza Sheldine. You know what, Sheldine? She's South African. You notice her accent. She's from South Africa, but yeah, she lives in Australia, so she's probably now talking more Australian or accent-wise. I used to chat with an Aussie several years back, so I learned a lot of lingo from him. He lived in Melbourne. Yeah, Melbourneites. I call them Melbourneites. Sometimes I call them the Melbourne, because I live in New South Wales. I call Melbourneites, or people from Melbourne, south of the border. Yeah, Mexicans. I call them Mexicans south of the border, because they're south. Yeah. But yeah. And you know what? And I know, like in the US, and I know like in the UK, and probably with most countries, there's a when you talk to someone from a different state, you get to pick where they're from. But I think not so much in Australia, because I think our accent is very broad throughout the whole of Australia, but there are some parts, some states where they'll say dance, and I'll say, and here in South Australia they'll say dance. In Melbourne they'll say dance, and we say in New South Wales dance. You know, things like that. So, you know, and I don't know why they say dance, and I don't know why we say dance, but that's the way we say it. I find some of your country slang hilarious, and I can see where the influences came from. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yes, well. Oh. Okay. So what can you see here? Yeah, so. And that, you know, like for example, like certain parts in the UK, they would roll their words, and then of course there's the Cockney English, you know, the ones in London and stuff like that. And I know that in the US, like each state, or like the southern parts of America, of course there is this twang and stuff like that, and in America, in like, you know, in the northern part of America, it's all different, and yeah. And I suspect Canada would probably be like that. I'm sure most countries would have that. What have I said? Yes. Yes, she is. But she has just picked up a lot of the Aussie accent. It has changed even from her early videos. Me. You're talking about me? Oh, I like that, Elise. Tomato. That is exact. Or tomato. That's right. You say tomato and I say tomato. That's it. Tend to say Sunday week here. Okay. Yeah. 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 I say no week, either this week or next week. This day week thing is just confusing. Must be a West Coast thing. Well, you know what? I used to get confused as well, but anyway, so there. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Have I been streaming for that long? Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so long. I'll stick around for a little bit longer, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes longer. Look, this is not going. Oh, this is going to be something. I'm just looking at that and I'm thinking, oh no thanks. I'm just doing the outside part of his mane. This is the dark bits, and I probably should go darker. Okay, there's a song about that too. Oh, is there? Is there anything, Wendy? Is there anything you don't know? Ramel says, do Aussies from the West have problems understanding those from the East, like UK North versus South accents? Now, funny you should say that. Now, this is a story that my husband told me. He's a New South Welshman, like myself, and he went to. There was a time when he went to work for in Western Australia, because I'm from the Eastern Australia. He went to work, and so he went to buy. He wanted to buy a sandwich. And I don't know if you see now. I don't even know if you're going to understand what I'm going to say. He wanted to ask for a Devon sandwich. Now, a Devon sandwich was it's just like some processed meat, and you know, you have it with tomato sauce, or you know, it's just nice, right? But they didn't understand what he was asking. They had some other name for it. So I think what I'm trying to say is that some states, yeah, don't understand some of the items, not the accent so much, but you know, it was a cold meat of some kind, and the person knew straight away that my husband was from New South Wales, because of the way he called this word Devon sandwich. Yeah. And sometimes there is a bit of a, as I said before, stance, not stance, stance. But yeah, Elise says, "Oh man, I was really late, was I? You're going to end soon." That's all right, no worries. Don't worry about that. If you want to, you can catch up on some of the other chat, or maybe the video, and if you could make out what we've been saying. But that's all right. Ramel, people from Maine have their own language in the US. No one understands them. Laughing out loud, I have a very good friend from there, and I always make fun of him. Took a bit to understand him. It's like going to McDonald's in other countries. Oh yeah? So do you ask for a Big Mac differently? Presuming that you've got Big Macs still. Or maybe we've got Big Macs and you guys have progressed. That's probably more the case. What I might do is I might get out the soft tool now. Can you believe it? All this time. Or better still, you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get this baby out. Oh, and I haven't needed to use my vacuum cleaner. That's all right. There we go. Gee, that covered that pretty quick, didn't it? What does it say? It's like going to McDonald's. No, can we try to keep... Oh, we can try to keep her on here longer. All right. Oh, so long as you're not getting bored, that's the main thing. She has a whole line to finish. Yes, well, you can imagine. There's no way I'm going to finish it here. My granddaughter just had sheep's head and come in Iceland. My son took her to London, Paris, and Iceland last week. Tamara says, you should be Coke. Gotta love autocorrect. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. What did I say? Okay. I know. Don't talk to me about the dictionary on the phones and stuff like that. I just press things that I shouldn't by mistake. Yeah. We still have Big Macs, but in Japan they have their own different menu. Same with Subway. Nothing like in the US. Serious? Oh. I was puzzling over that, says Nanette. Okay. Yep. here we go. More of that. And look, I've got his leg here, the paws are just further down. Oh man, I just hope that I hope I get it okay. That's all. And this one, hope I get it all the way it's supposed to look. Oh, you can't see that bit. Maybe I should pull it out. Oh, here we go. That might be better. There we go. Is that better? I'll show you what's going on down here too. If you can, oh, you can't see, but there's paw right across. His paws are here. Wish me luck. Hello, Suresh. How you going? Nice to see you as well. Thank you very much. Welcome. Speaking of Coke, so Coca-Cola has a completely different formula depending upon the country it ships to, i.e. Japan's Coke has way less sugar than here in the US. Well, I think we've got a ton of sugar in ours, so yep, heaps and heaps. Heaps and heaps. So that bit here is all dark in there. There. Dark in here. Okay. Let me get my other one. There we go. And okay. Yeah, good luck. I need all the luck I can get. Good luck. That's exactly right. Look at all these different colours. Look how much I've used. I know I say it all the time, but I just can't get over how much I've used of this pan. It's my first one, and I've had this for, I don't know, 4 years, 3 years, certainly 2. Yeah, long time. Just trying to think. But I don't think you need luck. You do great work without luck. Well, thanks for saying that. Luck, it's called hard work, I think. That's what it is, yeah. It's just, I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it. Elise says, can't believe you said your deer looked like a cow. Pfft, you lie. Okay, Nanette, Wendy, you ladies were present when this was happening. These, and Elise, these girls had a field day. They were going nuts. They were going nuts trying to help me figure it out, that is, right? They almost felt like they just wanted to get in and do it and fix it themselves. So yeah. But I came through. I know I came through. It really did at first. See, there you go. She's so... See, Nanette? See? I did, but once. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Wendy. Yeah. It did. Oh, that's right, Tamara. You were there too. See? Who else was there? I think Renata was there as well. There were a few of you watching it. Probably painfully watching it. But anyway, that's how it goes. So what I might do is just fill these bits in here. see if I can fill some of this here. Looks great now. Nanette, I see. Nanette more so, she was hilarious. See? At least they, on the chat they were telling me to do one thing and I was thinking that I was doing that thing, but I wasn't doing what they wanted me to do. I was totally stuffing it up. Totally. It was a mess. And Ramel, if you're still around, hopefully, that's what I mean to say. You know how, remember how you were saying that if you make a mistake and then you get all tense and all of that? Well, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah. Yeah, see, this is all I'm doing here now. All I'm doing is just getting this colour in there because I'm going to go on top. And it's in there as well. It's in there. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You just start again. I would like to introduce everyone to the greatest convenience food ever, doubles, i.e. that's what it's called. Wiki doubles food. What is that? Okay, alright. McDonald's can't compete with the local food. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? You have a cow turn into a deer. Yes, that's the worst thing, isn't it? I always tell myself it's okay. The Louvre isn't waiting for. Oh, gee. Yeah. Yeah. So funny. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get, the thought just came back in my head, the Pro Colour. I'm going to get Pro Colour, and the next time I live stream, I'll give you guys a break from Pastels, and you'll give me a break from Pastels, and we'll do some colour swatching. And you can tell me which ones are your favourites. Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at what I've done so far. Put all of this aside. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, well, okay, I can see what you're looking at. At least the eyes. Well, thank goodness the eyes are there, otherwise you wouldn't be able to tell what it is. Could be anything. Yeah. So what I might do is OMG, oh my god, doubles looks delicious. I so want one now. Okay, it's vegetarian, even, nice. Okay, nice. Okay, so what I might do is I might call this live stream a day, an end, or just the live stream. I'm hopeless for going. I'm hopeless for goodbyes. I never know how to say a goodbye, but it's not a goodbye. It's until the next time, isn't it? All right. Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. I just love hanging out with you guys. You guys are the best. And I just wanted to say, well, until the next time, bye for now. You're all the best, okay? All right.